The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no voice, no guys. Me, really real, Villanelle Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Oh, I mean, there's nothing better than watching a Valkyries first half cash in person, man. Nothing better. Nothing. And then to watch them immediately blow it in the third quarter. And it's like, yep. That's why Valkyries first half is to play every single time. I don't know. And you know what? Last time we was up here, it was people in the chat. And they were saying it. They were like, I'm going to have to leave that Valkyries first half alone. Round off two more wins for us. What's the LeBron James little meme? And another one. Here goes another W. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Golden State Valkyrie. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, good to be back. Looking forward to the games on Friday. We had a bunch of games coming up. Bit of a weird slate today. You had only one game, but either way, nice win for the Valkyries. Bit of a weird run for them. They play again tomorrow, so we'll see how they do in the back-to-back. They have scored 14 fourth-quarter points in the last two games combined, and they won both games by a combined 3 points. So they do just enough to hold on at the end, but damn, that's not a pretty offense to watch in the fourth quarter.
J Dollar, my finger is hovering over the put the user in timeout button on YouTube. It's literally hovering over it. Come on, keep testing me. It's hovering right over it. What's this? No, I'm not gonna do it like that.
For the record, I don't think it's really close at this point, right?
No, I think situation matters, and
Okay.
I now hate this fit.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens when Jules on Chicago next year.
Okay.
We'll see.
I would take Skylar over her in 2 seconds, but that's just me personally.
Yeah. Yes, you personally.
Then again, I prefer more all-around players, and the fact is Skylar can contribute when she's not scoring. So that's kind of why I'm biased. But
perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Everybody has their thing. Everybody. Scott, how many games we got here on the Friday slate?
We got 5.
5 games on the slate. We'll talk about them in just a second. But first, I have to remind you that the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with the 32 NFL team previews, and they're also bringing back the phrase that pays, where you can have a chance to win a $1,000 Circa future. All you got to do is listen to each episode, and they'll give out a 1 word of a 32-word phrase. Give them that phrase at the end of the contest, and you will have a chance to win a $1,000 Circa future. With that, we're on to the first game of the slate here. Looky. Oh, whoa. Everything. Whoa. Okay, we're back. August 1st. Kick things off 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We got the Indiana Fever on the road going to play the Dallas Wings. 171 is the total. Fever are laying 3.5 on the road here. Well, they won the first 2 matchups. Caitlin played the... I actually don't think she played either one of these games. Or did she play the second one? No, I don't think she played either one of these games. Let me go back and look. I don't think she played either. I don't think have we seen this?
She did play the second one.
Okay, it was the second
She
one.
had 14 points, 13 assists.
Okay. So, well, clearly there's no Caitlin here again. The
Does it matter?
first game was in Dallas, and Fever won by what is this, 8? I mean, I'm not betting Dallas at all. Although I do, and honestly, if there's any faith that you have in Dallas of winning this game, or at least covering the number, and I mean, if they did, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just not going to bet it. But any amount of money that I would have put on Dallas plus 3.5, I'm just going to put on Page. That's it. Like, I'm just going to put it on Page. Give me Page over 17.5 points. And it's not even money. Like, that's way better than anything Dallas related. I'm pretty good. Dallas can give you a game for about 3.5 quarters, and then they'll find a way to blow it away. And so I just don't want to play with that. Give me Fever laying 3.5.
Yeah, I'm with you there. They scored 107 against Phoenix last game, so even without
Very
Caitlin,
good win.
they've been good offensively. 107 last game, even though Kelsey didn't do anything. They scored 93 against the Sky. They've been solid offensively recently. We know the Wings had a nice win against the Liberty, in which they scored, I think it was 3 points in the entire fourth quarter. Scored 7 in the entire fourth quarter, but they still won the game. Besides that, though, allowed 85 to the Dream last game, 106 to the Aces, and 86 to the Valkyries. Still can't guard anybody. I like the over in this game as my favorite play. I don't see any defense being played at all from either side. Give me the over. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I'll go Fever as well.
Let's see. Yeah, I can buy into the over. Player props other than Page.
I mean, it might come down to if you like Kelsey in this game or if you want to go for anybody. Because Aaliyah Boston did have a very good game last time out.
Well, let's go back to this bet, especially because she had, I'm pretty sure it was last game. She didn't have a good game.
Cool.
Back to Natasha Howard.
Oh, okay.
So let's just go ahead, start there, and see where I can find Flash's prop at. Flash is at 12.5. Even money, too. Perfectly fine with that. Again, versus Dallas and the revenge spot. 15 and 18 points. Dallas has an inept ability to actually guard the inside of the paint, especially when it's somebody that's strong and athletic. Maybe if you're just like big and slow, they kind of rush you. But Natasha Howard, I think, has a very good chance of just going ahead and dominating, especially on the cuts to the basket. So that's one play that I would like for the Fever. What else you got, Scott?
I think Mitchell bounces back. I know that McDonald had a career high last game after Kelsey had 35 against the
Shout out to
Sky.
her.
Yeah, shout out to her too. I think she plays well. I'll go to Kelsey in this one. I think she'll be more aggressive. She seemed pretty, I'd say, out of it into the second half, but mainly because Ariel was cooking. So they might have just been building stuff around her instead. But I think that she'll play well. I don't mind Kelsey to go over her points. I am tempted by Quinterly under. Her stats have fallen off a cliff. Her points are at 8.5. She has had less than 8 points in 4 straight, less than 6 points in 3 of the last 4. I think Quinterly's numbers are too high. Give me the under on JJ points here, which you can find at 8.5.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for me. Make sure you play that Page ladder, though.
She looks so good.
17. Yeah. Yo, what is it? She's averaging 19, Scott.
She's a monster.
19 as a rookie. 17.5 is, yeah, even money over there on FanDuel for 17.5. And then you can get plus 172 for 20. And I would even throw a little stab at 25 at 6-1, Scott.
Okay. It's a good price. 6-1.
She's like incredibly efficient. Like when the ball goes up, I think every single shot she takes is going down.
Well, that was the shocking part of the last game. Agumbawale, a double-digit assist. Which blew my damn mind, but it worked out. I mean, they lost the game anyway, but Page looked good. Agumbawale's passing the ball for once. It's a good sign.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Next game up. My Valkyries.
This is not going to take long for me. This is going to
Laying
take 2
5.
seconds.
They're laying 5 on the road. 156.5 is the total against the Chicago Sky. No Angel Reese. No Ariel Atkins. Honestly, truly, Scott, this is really disrespectful to my Valkyries. Like,
I told you it's going to take me 2 seconds.
this
I'll
is
let you
this
get
is this
this off
is
your chest.
literally disrespectful. Completely disrespectful to the Valkyries. So, no way. There's no way. 5 for with no Ariel Atkins, no Angel Reese. 5. That's the best. And it was 3. And apparently it was 4.5 when Scott wrote this on the freaking little
Yeah.
ticker. So that's the best you can do. That is the best you could. All right. All right. This is what, and this is what you get. This is what you finna get for that too. Hold on. Let me see. Can we get an alt line in here? Can we get an alt line in here? I will put a substantial amount of money that the Valkyries beat the Sky on the road by 10.
Okay.
I don't even know what that pays. Probably not even that much. We could probably still go up some more. You're telling me my Valkyries can't go on the road and beat this Sky team by 10? I can't even do it right now. Oh, they know. They know. Valkyries laying 5. All right. Did you want to say anything or do you want to just move on?
Yes, the one point I was going to make was the 3 games that the Sky have played this season without Reese and Atkins together. They have lost by a bunch of points. So, without Angel Reese, she came back last game. They lost by 17 anyway. So I'll ignore that game. Against the Dream, she didn't play. They lost by 37. Played the Lynx, they lost by 23. Played the Storm, lost by 38. Played the Fever, lost by 15. They get buried by everyone. I've said this before. When Atkins and Reese do not play, the Sky might be on a short list of worst WNBA team in modern history for the league.
Do
This
you think
team
they're
is
worse than that
awful.
Fever team?
I think the Fever team's up there, but well, Kelsey got hurt and the whole team had nothing at that point. They were up
That's
there
when they
too.
became the worst team ever.
Yeah.
When she
Once
got hurt,
again,
that's when they became the worst
I
team
said
ever.
modern. Chicago, though, they can barely even reach 60 points when those two are out. It's a mess. I think they are one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the league with those two out. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think the Valkyries win this game by 10 plus.
All right.
Am I wrong? Like, you've been watching the Sky team. I've been fading them every step of the way when they've been out. It's free money.
Valkyries team total over.
I mean, do you have anything else you want to add there? Because I feel like you
Oh
can
no,
just
I'm just
watch it.
looking.
This is just a terrible team.
Veronica Burton is at 4.5 assists for some reason. Take
She had
the
10
over.
today. She had a double-double.
Yep, take the over there. Let's see. I actually think. Well, I don't know if they're gonna give Evo to work. Maybe Camilla. Camilla is probably a pretty okay bet.
I always like her rebounds when Reese
Who
doesn't play.
else? Who else? Who else? Who else?
It's pretty tricky, though, with the Valkyries,
Yeah,
because they could be up by a ton. There's a chance that they just blow this team out, but I don't see any props anyway.
I instead of playing Camilla over 10.5 rebounds, I would just play the double double.
What's that?
Whatever. I don't.
Yeah. That might be a decent minus, but I'm fine with that.
Minus 105.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I would play Camilla double double at minus 105. I wouldn't play the rebounds.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
The-
I
aren't
got
they-
nothing. I got nothing else to add, though. I think that the Sky team. We'll see if they shut down Angel or Atkins in the last month of the season down the road, because this team's competing for nothing.
They won't. That's what happened last year. They're literally letting them sit out so they can come back and finish the year out. If they were gonna,
Possibly, but either way, I basically made a pact with myself that every game Atkins and Reese were missing, it's an auto play. It's a new
yeah,
system play. I don't care. So I'm just gonna
yeah,
keep riding it.
3-0.
Yeah, I've been taking it every step of the way. I think I had like 2 units on the first one.
3-0.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Valkyries are. Hey, respect my Valkyries. All right, that's it for that. I mean, the Valkyries on a second. Only real quick thought on total. Valkyries team total over for sure. I don't know. I don't know what Chicago's going to do to the total. 156 does feel really low, and I think you probably should just go over and assume Chicago can get to 55 because it's a good chance that the Valkyries could put 100 up.
I think 100 for the Valkyries is insane personally. I get what you're saying about this defense,
No,
but
no, 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 no. You didn't see what they did to Connecticut in the first game. They can. Chicago's horrible defending the three, and that's all the Valkyries do.
yeah, but Zandolacini's also out, and she's one of their best 3-point shooters.
No, I think she only didn't play so that she could play in Chicago.
It's possible. I think 100's a lot, but I think Chicago is useless. I'm not going to
They're
overreact
gonna
to
get.
Chicago's offense was good against the Fever last game.
Hmm.
The Fever's defense has been terrible lately. They've been winning anyway, but they have 100 plus points to the Mercury in that win. I'm not going to overreact to that performance. I think this guy finished with like 65.
If you
I
gotta
think it's
play it,
bad.
if you gotta play it, I think it's still over 156 and a half. I think this guy are going to do enough. They're not going to look good, but they're going to do enough. And the Valkyries are going to score their fair share. Plenty of their fair share. A lot of threes. All right.
I'll give the Valkyries 85, but I have like 85 to 65. I think it's a blowout. I think it's a rock fight. I like the under in the game.
All right. All right. Where are we at? Before we get to the next game of sleep, gotta talk to the people about mybookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and your NFL college football futures. Get down on all the action over there. Mybookie.ag, Valkyries, first half, mybookie. Don't question it. It's nothing to question here, especially against Chicago Sky. Come on, Mal. Easy deposit and get lightning fast payouts with cryptocurrency. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Get 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rithmm. Let's go in there and see if the power trends are loaded for tomorrow. What you got going on, cooking up in the Rithmm here? Who's off their meds? Y'all are off your meds. No, nobody's even on meds. Oh wait, that's not Rithmm. Boom. I'm opening up Rithmm app, WNBA app. They're both orange. All right. There we go. Rithmm power trends cooking up here in the WNBA, hitting at a blistering 60+% here for the WNBA. Their power trends. Interesting. Let's see. Whoa. Ooh, people aren't going to like that. But power trends saying Sophie Cunningham's not going to have a good day against the Dallas Wings, under 1.5 3-pointers, plus 104.
I took
Weird.
that last game on a power trend in that one. I was like plus
Oh,
110 last game.
all right. There we go. Only from plus 110, plus 104, you're still getting plus money. There it goes. That's just one of many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power trends for tomorrow. You can get them all at Rithmm. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Rithmm, RITHMM. You can get a 7-day free trial just like that and get access to those power trends right now. 60+%. Come on now. You guys got to get down on it. All right. Let's see. What's next, Scott? Indiana. No, we did that. New York Liberty on the road going to play the Connecticut Sun. Liberty Lane 10.5. 170 is the total.
I mean, I'll ask you about the Liberty because Nafisa just went crazy, especially at the end of the first half.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberty, I'm going to give them some props. They hung in there. Any thoughts on the T-shirts?
What?
The Lynx T-shirts they were giving out to the fans?
Wait, what did I missed it. What was the t-shirt?
I thought they were handing out T-shirts that said "Everybody knows Minnesota got robbed." And
Oh, did they? Oh, I completely missed that. Was that was the thing?
I thought they were handing that out to everybody in attendance.
Oh, I'm weak. Well, they picked a big, good game to do it.
Well, the point is it was against the Liberty. That's the point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Minnesota won, great atmosphere for them. The Liberty we know without Stewie are still trying to reinvent themselves a bit. They gave it a good run. They lost by 7, but you know what? They were getting blown out in the third quarter. Sabrina kind of caught fire to keep him in it. I'm not going to roast him too hard for that loss. The Sun have been playing better lately, but then the Storm buried them at home. So I think the Liberty should win and cover, but I'll ask you if you think the Liberty are kind of, I don't want to say an auto fade territory. How confident do you feel in taking the Liberty on the road, laying double digits? Because they won the first game by 48 points.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll play defense and they'll pull away in the end. I don't think this. There, I'm definitely looking for my spot to fade the Liberty. And granted, this is the first leg of a deja vu game, and so deja vu principles say we're supposed to take the dog here. They sneak them, Liberty come back, dog them out the next game. I don't know how I feel about that though.
I'll
I feel
point out
like
the schedule. I'll point out the schedule for the Liberty. They had the close loss against the Sparks on a back-to-back, so not exactly the best spot there. Play Dallas. In hindsight, pretty big look-ahead spot with Minnesota on deck, but still, they got buried early in that game. Then they played Minnesota, and you're not going to win in Minnesota. So you can kind of come up with an excuse for the 3 losses. Of course, you'd rather them win those games. But there is either a bad scheduling spot or just a bad matchup for them in those 3 games. They have some off time. They can bury the worst team in the league record-wise. It is a pretty good spot for the Liberty to take some frustrations out after that loss in the last couple games and just destroy this team. That's possible too. Because Connecticut had a nice win a couple games ago. A reminder that they're only 4-21. Like, this team is really, really bad. And they can't guard anybody. So, I'll go Liberty, but that's my thoughts. Do you agree about the excuse angle for the Liberty? Because it really wasn't exactly the best collection of games for them.
I didn't. I mean,
You still want them to win as the title favorites, but still.
I guess the Dallas game is a look ahead spot, so I guess we probably should have been on that. But
Sparks were back to back. That could be a bit tricky too. You should still win that game. But
And the Sparks are their kryptonite, so
yeah.
I'm perfectly fine giving up the Sparks. It's really the Dallas game that I'm just like, they looked horrible. Like, it says a 10-point win, but they were like, that was a horrible game.
They were down 30.
Yeah, like, so like there's look ahead spots, and then there's just so I really don't give any. Yeah, I can't give them no pause for the Dallas one.
No, it's
Dallas
fine. I'm just saying I'm not hitting the panic button on the Liberty's 3-game losing streak. I think I'm fine with them just winning this game comfortably.
I think they do need an adjustment period. I will admit that. It's hard for me to pick that adjustment period against Connecticut. Like, when can I fade them next? I would fade the Liberty.
Well, I'm gonna ask though, with Stewie being out, when do we get the Finals MVP coming back? When do we get Miesman back?
Oh, I don't know.
She's just chilling right now. I feel like with Stewie being out, that makes sense for her to try to come back at some point. I'm actually kind of curious when she's supposed to make her team debut.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
So,
let's see. Anybody have an update on that? Out. No word on. So for Miles Elrich, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a big dude in the WNBA space, especially for the Liberty. He said no word yet on Miesman signing, despite Jalen Sherrod's tweet after last night's game. What was Jalen Sherrod's tweet?
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either. I don't know. I'm actually going to go look at it. I'm nosy. I'm over here trying to go find it. All right. Whatever it is. Yeah, I'm taking a Liberty. I know I'm supposed to take the dog in the days. These are my own principles, and I'm not even listening. But I'm sorry. I just think this is a good bounce back spot for the Liberty. And I just think they take the opportunity that they can in front of them and dog out these weak teams before they get destroyed by Minnesota again.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
All right. 170.5 is total. I don't know.
I think I'm on the over. I don't trust the Suns' defense ever, and the Liberty's defense on the road has really not been great recently. There is a chance the Liberty walk into 95, and they just end up fully being pissed off, and they bury this team. Or Connecticut gets themselves into a high-scoring game again, and they lose. So I see a couple ways to get to the over. I mean, do you have any faith in the Sun defense? Because I don't.
Yeah, but what if the Liberties start playing really, really good defense?
They
That'd be
could. They only gave up 52 in the first game, but that was a Commissioner's Cup game, I think.
okay.
That was also in New York. This game's in Connecticut.
All right. Let's see. Play props.
Is everyone on the Liberty getting benched before the fourth quarter? That's the tricky part. They can absolutely smack this team, and next thing you know, you end up seeing a bunch of bench warmers for the final 8 minutes of this game. It might not matter for the props, but I'm going to throw out that possibility.
Wow, we have Marine Johannes props.
We have
I want to
Johannes.
bet it just because we can.
I thought about the under, honestly. She had 14 points last game, though. She was great against Minnesota, but part of that could have been just trying to ride the hot hand, finding something in the middle of that game. But what are your thoughts? Because her 1.5 threes at minus 148.
I don't know. She started that last game, though.
Cloud, I thought, was kind of questionable entering the game, and then she ended up playing anyway.
Yeah, it was Cloud. Was it Cloud, Johannes, Sabrina, Jonquel, and Phoebage?
Yeah, they tried to switch the lineups mid-game.
So if they run that back, I mean, I think that I don't know if I would only want to play that under if I knew guaranteed she was coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Jonquel Jones. I think so. I feel like it's just a Jonquel versus Tina masterclass here.
I'll take Jonquel in that matchup personally. Tina's been good lately, but I think Jonquel would give her some problems. I like Jonquel rebounds in this game.
Yeah, definitely like the rebounds. I probably would still play Tina's rebounds too.
It's at minus 140 though for the 9.5. Double doubles minus 115. I'll take that for Jonquel instead.
All right. Sabrina, I really want to buy into what you got going on here, and then I want to just say that maybe Dallas really was just y'all being weird. Let's go back to Sabrina over 20.5. That's the last thing I'll do.
I'll throw in one more. I'll take
I mean, she's literally 29, 30, 17, 31. Like, she's basically had 30 and 3 of 4. Like, all right, you said what?
I like Sabrina in the matchup too. I was going to say I got one more play. I'll take Bria Hartley over the 10.5. Gave her a shout out last game, and she had 17.
Shout out,
Bria. Yeah, she's been playing very well. 10.5, I think, is too short for her. Team, we know, is not very good, but she has the green light, and you know what? She's actually been shooting pretty well. So give me Hartley to go over her points.
All right. Why are there 4 games going off at 7:30? Connecticut, Atlanta, okay, Chicago. Okay, the Dallas game didn't have to go at 7:30.
No, the Dallas game should be like 8:30.
Yes, that's the one that they messed up. The Dallas game did not have to be at 7:30.
Well, they messed up a couple. You could have had one game at 7 and given like a half-hour gap.
No, yeah, I feel that. But even if because they do the 3 games at one time, and it's like, okay, cool. If you felt like you had to do that, perfectly fine. But the Dallas game really, like, what is that? What is that local time Dallas? Is Dallas 1 hour, 2 hours?
Dallas is 1 hour behind.
Who's going to a game at 6:30?
I have no idea.
They folded there. I could understand if it was 3. And there was no reason for Dallas to be at 7:30. No reason. All right, Phoenix Mercury trying to bounce back after that road loss to the Fever. They're laying 3 on the road against Atlanta. 165.5 is total. A lot of injuries in this one. I feel like so Brittany Griner's out with the neck injury. I remember seeing that come across my screen.
A very warranted 2 techs in the last game, by the way. Throwing that out there too.
Jordan Canada, questionable.
She's been very good lately.
You've got she has. That's it. So a lot of Pow. You'll see a lot of Naz Hillman, who had a great game.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, dude. No, but it's been a really good year for Naz Hillman. Like, not even just great game. It's been a great year. So, especially really, really filling in with Parker Tyus just gone and completely filling in that role. So, Nas Hillman's having a good year. You'll see a lot of her. See a lot of Pow Pow.
On the other side, shout out to AT. They lost the game, but her stat line was absolutely crazy.
Bananas.
It was nuts. They lost anyway, but I forgot what she had. She had like 32, like 12 and 8 or something. I gotta pull that up. I saw 32 points and I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah, because like AT 32, what you mean? Like she got 2 torn labrums. What
And
you
they
mean?
lost.
What you mean? AT's so gnarly, man.
So AT last game, just for reference, she had 32 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. 32, 15, and 7, and you lose. That's pretty rough.
I want to fade Atlanta just because they've been doing some weird so last 5 games at Vegas, at Phoenix, they get the win on that second leg of a back-to-back. You remember that at Phoenix game. So they get the win on the second leg of back-to-back at Phoenix. Then they go to Minnesota. Then they go back home to play the Valkyries and lose that game. Then they go on the road to go play Dallas, and now they're back here in Atlanta. They've literally moved every single game for the last 6 games. And it's probably even worse than that. What was before that? Yeah, I mean, this is the travel spot for the spot in general. Before that, they were on the road in Chicago. Then they were on the road in New York. Then they were on the road in Indiana. And this is all like through All-Star. And then they were at home in Atlanta. So they haven't been in Atlanta for like back-to-back games since the beginning of the month, literally the beginning of the month of July. And they've been somewhere else every other game, every single game. This is like at some point that fatigue sets in, even though they're at home here. And I just really think that Phoenix is going to be super pissed off, man.
They've been.
It was a horrible game. It was a horrible game. Like the turnovers, it was all disgusting.
And once again, Mitchell didn't do anything for Indiana. It wasn't like they got a superstar performance where somebody dropped 35.
They couldn't stop anything. They couldn't.
Boston wasn't even good in the first half. She just went crazy in the second
in the
half.
Fourth quarter. It was the fourth quarter. It wasn't even the second half. It was just the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Bibby had 10 off the bench. Dantas had 12. The bench unit was horrible for Phoenix. But yeah, I think that for this game, I'm a little bit torn, though, because I really don't like how the Mercury have played defense for the last week or so.
Yeah.
That is a bit problematic for me.
Yeah.
I am wondering if you're concerned at all that the last couple games for Phoenix, 107, 72, which is good, 89, 90. Like, defensively, they've been terrible for the last 2 weeks. Do I think they piece together enough stops to win this game? Or does it just not matter and they just win a high-scoring over? Thoughts?
I think that I really think I think they win a high-scoring one. I would take the over. I still think the over is a good play. It's because you look at these two teams and what do they both want to do? They both want to put up a bunch of 3-point shots.
Yeah.
Like that's Nate Tibbetts, Carl Schmesko. Like that's what a bunch of 3-point shots, and then once you start keying it on the 3, they start going inside. I think they're gonna mirror each other, and I think that this time around it's gonna be a lot more offense on the Phoenix side of ball, especially again losing at home, something they don't do often to this Atlanta team last week. Yeah, I like Phoenix. I like Phoenix to get right here. Little slight revenge spot against Atlanta, and also the fact of they just look really, really bad, like really bad with all those turnovers in that last game. Super uncharacteristic for AT and that entire team. So I'm on Phoenix. I actually feel really comfortable about Phoenix getting a dub here.
I like the over in the game. I might need to know if Canada's playing because without Ryan Howard, if they're missing her and once again, they're missing
Griner.
Yeah.
Griner. So Griner's out, Howard's out, and you could potentially have no Jordan Canada.
I'm just saying, like that's a ton. That's 3 of their main offensive pieces. Yes, I know that you have Alicia Gray, and you'd have to rely on other people to fill in, but that might just be too much. You could argue Bree Jones maybe has a solid game too, but the line's reflective of how many people might be sitting for Indiana, And if the injury report keeps going, I'd say poorly for them, this line might close at 4.5, 5. I could see a decent line move here.
Oh, yeah, I
I'll
think
take
that.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is gonna. I really do think Phoenix is gonna get it done here. All right, over play props.
Do we have lines on player props?
Somebody said that AT's rebounds was still at 7.5. I'm about to bet that right now if they are.
I see lines. I'm just surprised we have them with how many people might be out for the Dream in this game.
I mean, but it's already like we already know Grinder's not playing. We know Howard's not playing. It's just really Jordan Canada.
Yeah, that's true.
I wish they would. I wish they would offer lines on Nas Hillman. I promise you, I'd play him. I would very much so.
I mean, if I like the over in the game, I like a bunch of overs here. I think Clea Copper threes is a solid angle. That's plus money at 1.5.
AT over 8.5 assists is plus 100.
The assists have actually not been great for recently. The points and the rebounds have. The
I
assists
mean,
have kind of cooled off a bit.
it's been 7-8-8, but
Yeah.
you gotta also look at they're allowing her to score. Those three teams allowed her to score. I think that Atlanta's focusing a lot more on not letting AT score in this game. And then that's where the assist comes because she's going to start kicking out to those 3-point shooters. And we know all her assists come from 3-point shooters. And I think the threes are going up on both sides of the ball in this game. So I think this is the assist game for AT. I like that. If you want to play a RA and play them combined and get you some extra rebounds in there,
Mhm.
I think that is a very good play. She's been over 16.5 RA in 5 of her last 6 games and 7 of the last 10. So that's good there. Satu Sabali, what are you going to do today?
She's been pretty underwhelming lately, but they've still been scoring points. So they might have shifted priorities in the offense. AT seems more aggressive now. You still have Copper, of course, who likes to take her shots. Satu's kind of cooled off a bit. But it's
I
at
think I would.
15.5, though.
I think I would play Alicia Gray threes over 2.5. She's been especially good against the Fever in the past few games. What's this? 3-0-3-3-3. And I just think she's got to shoot them. She's got to shoot the ball so much in this game. And if Jordan Canada plays, I think that also makes things easier for her. So, yeah, give me Alicia Gray threes. I'd probably still play her points.
I mentioned the top for threes
before. And AT, I just found AT double for even money on ESPN bet. They're behind. Whether it's between the assists or it's between the rebounds, I think she's getting a double.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Even money. AT double should not be even money. You should be because what was I just said? I just said Camilla was minus 105. Would you ever lay anything when you could choose to? I would just like what?
Yeah. The one concern you have with AT in this matchup, though, is I think in the last game, about a week or two ago, she only had 7 points. So there is, in theory, a possibility where AT doesn't get to 10, but with the new aggression that she's been showing, she had 30-plus points last game. I think she should end up getting to at least 10. So at that point, I agree. That would be the one area where you could push back, but I think she'll score more than 10 points in this game.
All right. Let's see. Anything else?
No, I already mentioned Copper. I don't mind the AT rebounds. It was 7.5 minus 145. 8.5 was plus 110. I think 8.5 is too low. I believe she's at double digits in 4 straight, so I don't mind her rebounds there. So yeah, I think I'm pretty good on this game.
Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and the Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. And it could even be more because guess what? There is no rake in any of these contests. If there are extra entries with more prize money, then guess what? The prize money is going to keep going up. Come hang out with Sean and Ryan and SGPN at Circa Contest Weekend, August 21st through the 23rd for live shows, open bars. You can get 15% off Stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. Contents are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, and they're giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the way to go. Also, place your pick'em lineups. We'll do our lineup at the end of the show. Sign up. Promo code NBA SGPN. Claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. All right. Last game up. Lone 10 o'clock game here. Los Angeles Sparks on the road going to play the Seattle Storm. Seattle's laying 5.5. 167.5 is the total.
I'll ask you what your thoughts are on the Storm now. I feel like we do this every week, but are we up or down now? Because I keep losing track.
I mean, if you do it how it's been for the past week, you're supposed to be down because you can never go back to back with them.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So you're supposed to be down in this spot. I mean, how much stock are we putting into beating the Mystics twice, Connecticut, and then the Liberty? Because, okay, the Mystics are a cool team. Connecticut sucks. And you always own Liberty for some reason. You just find a way to keep yourself in the game. So just give me the over. Just give me the over. I'm really stumped here. I really don't know if I like Seattle or not.
For the record, they played one time this season in mid-June, and the Storm won on the road by 31 points. But the Sparks had no backcourt for that game. They were missing everybody in that game. So take that with a grain of salt.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I gotta dive more into this. I really don't know who I like here, man.
I don't really either. I have no interest in betting on this game, for the record.
Oh no, I love the over. I think this is going to soar over the total because both of these two teams are absolutely. I mean, the Storm is just shocking how Noel Quinn could, put a team out there that is somehow good on defense, but also horrible at the same time. I don't know how that ever happens, but when you just watch them play, it's just like these defensive lapses where you're like, this is not a good defense. I don't care what the numbers say or what's going on at any point in time. This is just not a good defense. Like, I do not trust them defensively. I think that if they ever have a good defensive game, it's because the other team missed shots. It's never because they ever actually played anything of a good defense. I think it's because literally the other team was just missing shots. And that also plays into the up and downness of the Seattle Storm right now, which is really insane for me to say because I was definitely on the Storm's bandwagon before in the preseason, but I'm completely out on them. I don't know what I'm going to get from them any given night at all. So, unfortunately, I'm going to just wait. And hopefully some other people buy into the Storm and give some more points to the Sparks. And then I'm going to just take the points with the Sparks. But just give me the over because I really don't trust the Storm defensively.
I think I'll agree with you, but once again, I really don't feel great about this game at all. I like the over in principle because the Sparks, as Edwin's mentioning, they've been increasing the pace recently, and we have seen a lot of high-scoring games with them recently, even though the Aces game did go under last time out because the offense stunk. They gave up 89 points. I do have my doubts, though, and my PTSD with the Storm, hoping they actually do something, and they just no-show 7 minutes and they kill the total. So, well, I think I'll agree with you on what you said about the game, but I really have no interest in betting this game at all. I'm just not really feeling either team right now, so I'll just pass. But I'll go with the over and I'll go with the Sparks if I had to pick.
All right. player props. Well, let me see here. Let me look into because what I do know is that the Storm will, or at least again, this is. Let me go look it up. What the actual points in the paint numbers are for the Storm recently? Because when I watch the games, it's a revolving door around the rim, and so that automatically makes me think Rakia is interesting. Not Rakia. Well, Rakia is interesting, but makes me think Hamby's interesting. Makes me think that Azare is interesting. Let me see here. Of course, I'm playing Gabby. And Gabby's back down to 21.5, by the way. That's how I know it's a great time to play Gabby. That should be save that for Underdog, Scott.
Okay.
But she's
Like
all the way
I
back
need
to
a reason to
21.5.
save Gabby for later. We always use her for Underdog.
Azare has been good recently and been good against the Storm. Been over 12.5. Didn't get over in that last game against the Aces, but she's been over in 5 before that. Been over in 7 of her last 10 games. She had 16 in the earlier matchup. Also has a 18 and 24 point game over the past year against this Storm team. So Azare is the one that I'm going to settle down on. I'll take Azare's points over.
Yeah, once again, I'm just not really that interested. I think if you wanted to make an argument for a prop, I'd probably go for Diggins. I don't mind the assists, maybe the PA there. I don't trust the
Mm-hmm.
Sparks defense no matter what. That defense is really bad, but it's fine because they play fast. They've been winning. So we know that she had a triple-double last game. Good for her. I do think that Skylar's in a good spot to have another solid game here. Her assists are only at 5.5. Like, I understand the fact that you can argue some regression is due, but the Sparks are allowing the fourth most assists per game in the league, fourth most to guards. She's had 6+ in 2 straight games against the Sparks, and the total's pretty high. Give me the Diggins over 5.5 assists. That feels very, very low for a player who had double-digit assists last game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with the over for her assists.
All right. A couple of good plays there. I really do like the Azare and Skylar Diggins and Gabby. Those feel like that's a nice little 3-leg SGP for that game.
I just can't believe off a triple-double against a really bad defense, you put her assists at 5.5. I don't really get that at all at 124.
It's a nice little three leg SGP there. All right, let's close it out. Lock, dog, underdog, lock. Valkyries -5. Phoenix was very close to being a lock. But I mean, come on. I don't care. And the weird thing of teams on the second leg of a back-to-back being really, really good ATS for some reason. Yeah, Valkyries -5. Go ahead, put that in the bank. For my dog, AT, where you at? I need a line on AT. I need a line on AT. I need a line on AT. I will take Alyssa Thomas to go over 9.5 assists as soon as I can find the actual price on it. There we go. All right. AT to go over 10. So what's 10 is at plus 160. There we go. All right. Thank you, DraftKings. Plus 160. I will take that. I think this is going to be the game. 3 points. 3-pointers are going up, 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 up. However, I don't trust myself to hit the right person who's going to have the 3-point game. It might be Sammy though, but I don't trust myself. However, what I do trust myself is that 70% of AT's assists go to 3-point shooters every single time. AT's been on a tear. They're going to not let her collapse, give her a double team here or there. She's going to kick out, find a 3-point shooter. So AT over, well, just 10 plus assists, plus 160.
Scott. All right. For the lock, I was also going to do the Valkyries, so that's going to be a little bit boring, but I'll see if I can do something a bit different, just to be a bit more creative. I'll switch it up a little bit. Why not? Give me the Valkyries halftime, full time at minus 130. Same idea as you. I'll just switch up the plays because why not? Maybe we'll avoid the jinx if I switch it up slightly. So give me the Valkyries halftime, full time at minus 130. We know they're a great first half team. The Sky without their two best players are useless. Good enough for me. Valkyries go up early. They coast. That's my lock. For the dog, I might go for a parlay with a couple of totals. I'm going to go with the over in the Fever game because I do think the Fever are going to keep this new pace going, and I like how fast they've been playing. Do I want to go with the Fever to win with that, or do I want to go with an over in a different game to pair with that instead? Because the Mercury are really just not guarding anybody. And I thought about that too. The Liberty could score 100, but I'm not sure if the Sun contribute at all, which kind of scares me off too. So instead, you know what? With the amount of injuries the Dream have, I might just pivot a little bit. Give me the Fever over 171.5 with the Mercury money line plus 207.
All right. Nice. Okay. Free square. Gabby. Higher 21.5. PRA. Another free square. Page. Higher 17.5 points. Scott, would you like to throw out our last prop?
Trying to think of what we want to go with here. I'll go a bit bolder. Give me Hartley on her points.
Bria Hartley. All right. Scott, it's another UConn parlay.
Yeah. To be fair, it feels like UConn has possession of half the players in the league, but yeah.
Yeah. Another UConn parlay. Gabby Williams higher 21.5 PRA. Bria Hartley higher 10.5 points. And Paige Becker's higher 17.5 points. Swear this isn't a UConn only podcast here. Wow. I had a 30% boost and it's gone.
What a shame.
Such a waste. All right. 6X. $100 gets you $600 over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Not really. We're going to see how the Sky do again without their best two players. What can possibly go wrong? So I'll see what happens there.
And we double locked the Valkyries, so what could really...
Well, yes and no.
We did.
I'm trying to mix...
Literally, word for word, we just both double locked the Valkyries. We just
I know. I'm trying to mix up the juju by taking a different play on the Valkyries, so we'll get back to you on that. So,
by the way, the alt line for the Valkyries is good money. I'm just let you know. Alt line for the Valkyries is good money.
And that line's at like 4.5, 5.5 now. That's going to close like probably 7.5, 8.5. I have to imagine. Nobody's betting on the Sky in that game. Nobody. And for good reason.
It might get to 6.5 in real life, but it should be at like 9.
I think it's going to go past 6.5.
Ooh, interesting.
I think when you get closer to game time, people are going to start realizing, oh, who's out for this team? There's no Reese and no Atkins? We've been here before.
Yeah, why are we like, who's running the Sky
I see
right
an avalanche of late money coming in on the Valkyries. Especially if Xandal is seen.
Who do Valkyries play? Who do they play after the Sky?
Well, we gotta also find out.
Oh, it's the Aces, but like it's the Aces. Who it's the Aces is not the Aces. If this was the Aces of old, then I would have thought
it's on Sunday.
And they played them, and they've already played them twice. So no, not buying into it. All right. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast is going to like this. We are. Wait, he's at Rush already. I'm at really raw __. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating and review.